Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Today we will present our final project for the Pragmatic course. Our topic is about the conversational indicator in print advertising, based on journal by Muhammad Salahuddin Al-Fajri 2017. Well, this project was completed by our group of four members. There are me, myself, Alarick Rafi, and then Muhammad Abel Nugroho Saimuna, Shelly Arifia Zahra, and Maria Suryanti Putri Wiwung. Well, without any further, let's get started. So, what is implicature? Well, implicature means the implied meaning beyond the literal words. Depend on the context, inference, and shared understanding. It will help in direct but effective communication. Well, it is introduced by H.V. Gris, 1975. Well, implicature help people communicate effectively and politely, especially when they want to say something indirectly. I think that's really clear enough. And then next, the type of implicature. They are conversational implicature, which the one is come from a specific meaning, not depend on the context. Like example, she is poor but honest. Which implies contrast between being poor and honest. And then the conversational implicature. The one on the context and include two types. There are generalized and particularized. And there are the scalar implicature based on experience that exists on a scale. Usually use a term like some, most, all, implying not all. Choosing a lower item on the scale implies the strongest one and don't apply. And the last, there are manner implicature, meaning implied through how something is said. Example, being vague or overly detailed may imply hidden meaning. Well, totally method implicator is when the way someone speaks give us extra meaning. Yeah, simple like that. And then let's break down the journal overview. Well, the journal we choose was written by Mr. Muhammad Salahuddin Al-Fajri, published in 2017. It examines how implicator is used in advertisement in both English and Indonesian. Well, this research shows that advertise often use indirect meaning to pursue readers. Well, we like to focus on analyzing conversational implicator in printed ads and exploring the use of implicator as persuasive strategy. Well, that's all my part, and next will be explained by my friend. Thank you.
To identify the use of conversational implicature in English and Indonesia print advertisement, to analyze how Greece maxim are floated in advertisement, to explore the persuasive function of implicature in advertising language. This slide shows the main objective of the research conducted by Al-Fadri, and this is the methodology approach. It using the qualitative descriptive method, and the data it has 10 print advertisement, 5 in English, 5 in Indonesia, taken from magazine published in 2016 and 2017. The focus of analysis identifying the violation of Greece maxim and interpreting the implied meaning, classifying the function of each implicator. Next.
Next, let's look at some real examples from the journal. First, the slogan, Impossible is Nothing from Adidas. It violates the maxim of manners because the sentence structure is unusual, but the implicature is powerful. It suggests that nothing is truly impossible, and it encourages confidence and empowerment. Next, we have the line spirit does not stop to bring happiness every day. This poetic expression floats both the maxim of quantity and manner. It doesn't give specific information, but it implies continuous positivity and emotional motivation. This style creates an uplifting mood in the reader. Another example is the Apple tagline, revolutionary, the new iPad. This is a very short sentence that violates the maxim of quantity because it leaves out all the details, but the implications is clear. It suggests that the product introduces major innovation. Lastly, we see phrases like phrases like special bonus or strategic location. These are common in advertising and often violate the maximum of relation. They don't explain what the bonus is or why the location is strategic. The implication, sorry, the implication is that the product has extra value or some advantage the consumer should discover. Overall, the study shows the floating maxims in advertising is a creative and effective way to attract attention, trigger emotional reactions, and deliver persuasive message without saying everything directly. Next, in this part, we discuss what the findings really mean and how they connect with Gray's theory. The journal clearly shows the advertiser do not follow the maxim accidentally, they float them on purpose. This is a deliberate technique to get the audience's attention and make them think. Instead of giving direct messages, ads often rely on indirect language to create implication. This engage the audience more actively because they have to infer the meaning themselves. It also creates a stronger emotional connection because readers feels like they're part of the meaning making process. As a result, the message becomes more memorable and persuasive. So, in advertising, implicature isn't a sign of bad communication. It's actually a creative strategy. By floating maxims, advertisers make their message deeper, smarter, and more effective.
Okay, next. To conclude our presentation, one can say that conversation implicature plays a powerful role in advertising. They flooding graces maxim advertisers are able to deliver messages in a rally which makes the message more interesting and impactful. It encourages readers to think, interpret, and engage with the message. Implicature allows advertisement to be concise yet meaningful, indirect yet persuasive, and creative yet effective. Most importantly, this journal shows how a theoretical concept from pragmatic like implicature is not just academic. It it works in real world communication, especially in the world of marketing and media. That way understanding implicature is important not only for linguistics but also for advertisers, educators, and media creators. Next, the conclusion. Conversational implicature is a powerful tool in advertising. Floating maxim can enhance mixed impact and audience interpretation. It needs implicator to be concise, creative, and persuasive. The study shows how pragmatic theory works in real-world communication. Thank you.